powerful connection to the one love and the one light. It is shining in and through and as us. And we are ready and willing today to hear what Spirit would whisper to us. And we create this sacred space for all those who come through the door today to connect to this sacred space within themselves, to feel love flowing in and through and as them, to know the depth of their worth, the very power of what dwells in their depths. So we celebrate this truth. What joy it brings us to know it is ever present, always ready to receive our attention and our awareness. So as we move through the service, we bless all those who are participating. We just see the energy in the room increasing in love and power, and that we leave this day uplifted and energized to be our very best selves. We say, thank you, Spirit. And so it is.
Friends, how are ya? Good? Great. We welcome you to Unity of Bon Air on a beautiful Sunday morning. It's glorious outside, and it's glorious inside with you here. I want to remind you, if you have a cell phone with you, you might want to put that on silence. And boy, are we in for a treat. We have the Terrence Rasmussen with us again, and he always brings it when he's with us. And so anyway, we're so glad to have him. And yeah, let's share something inspiring. All right. 1, 2, go.
If you want it, you can have it. All you gotta do is just reach out and grab it. If you want it, you can have it. All you gotta do is just reach right out and grab it. Step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Listen, all you need, you already own. It was given to you on the day that you were born. Anything that your heart can dream, you can make it reality. Step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Step on up, step into your power. Step on up, step into your power, child. Now don't be afraid to fall. It's the getting back up, it's gonna make you strong. God only made one. Step into your power. Step on up. Step into your power, child. Yeah. Step on up. Step into your power. Step on up. Step into your power, child. Step on up. Step into your power. Step on up. Step into your power, child.
Thank you so much, Terrence Rasmussen. Let's all stand and affirm what we know to be true. God is good and all is well. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled with joy profound in a world where many miracles abound. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well.
Thank you. What a great way to get us up and in the mood today. Welcome to Unity of On Air. Good morning, Unity, here and online. We are here to live and express unconditional love and grow together in peace and prosperity. Let's see, I can't see everybody this way. We got to have a little adjustment. So, my name is Reverend Patty, and it is my joy to serve as the senior minister here alongside each one of you. It is the energy, the joy, the consciousness you bring that creates this amazing place where we live together in love. Whether this is your first time or your 100th time in joining us, either in person or online, we're grateful for your presence and your participation as we share this special time together. We have come here as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us to celebrate the connection we all share through the holy presence within us and all around us that we call God. In this spirit of community, we unfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings and all people everywhere. I got my pages out of order. We especially welcome any of you who are here for the first time. And if you're in the room, please raise your hand and we will bring you a welcome packet. All right. And there's another one in the far right. And we invite you to stay and join us for fellowship coffee and treats. And if you are online, we invite you to go to unitybonair.org to see all the events happening here. And you are welcome to all of them. Okay, so my voice did not get the memo that it was Sunday morning and I was going to need to use it, so excuse that part of me. So we have a story about a man who was a whale watcher and had a business, and he had a dear friend who passed, and he wanted to do something to honor him, so he decided to take the boat out and have like 80 of the great friends on the boat and do a celebration of life. So he canceled the evening whale watching, and people gathered on the boat, and there was a young lady who was on the boat kind of keeping to herself, and nobody seemed to know who she was, so they told stories and they laughed and they cried and they celebrated this life of his dear friend. And they pulled back into the dock. And as this lady was going to get off, he offered her his hand to get off the boat onto the dock. And he said, "Thank you so much for coming." And she goes, "Well, honestly, I have to tell you, this is the worst whale watching experience I've ever had in my life." She didn't get the message. So let's take a breath in. Drop those shoulders. Just turn our awareness within, where we find that never-ending well of love, that wonderful spring of peace and joy. We just pause and remember this is the truth of our being. We are somehow 100% spiritual being and 100% human being. And we just allow this love to come forward. We open our hearts. Invite that love to fill this room. Invite our hearts to receive the love that is present. And we remember it's the secret of life, this gift of loving. So we create this space for each one of us to dwell in this transformational spot where truth becomes real to us. And we invite our spiritual eyes and our ears to be opened and to be awakened to the truth that the divine would have us recognize today. And in this process, we create space for all our loved ones, for all those whose names are in our prayer box. For our dear friends, we had 4 members have surgery this week, a new record. And we hold them in this love and light. All those whose names are in our e-news. And anyone in our personal lives, if you would like to say their names silently or out loud, we include them in this moment. And we remember this amazing truth that these ones we love so deeply, they have within them the same power of the Christ we have within us, and everything they need is provided. And that we as a community hope to provide support and love as well, that they feel nurtured and caressed and know that it might be a rough bump right now on the road, but they are going to get through this because love is present right here and right now. We say thank you, Spirit, for this knowing and this truth. And then we keep including in our circle our country, our leaders, other world leaders, people who feel separate and alone, people who are facing grief and war-torn areas, people who are facing food insufficiency. We bless all of them. We hold them in this one love and one light. and know that the truth of their being is the same power. Then we continue we include our children around the world. These little innocent faces, when we look upon them, we can sense joy alive. We can sense the power of life flowing so freely and so fully. And we bless them and see for them a world where they might become their deepest and truest selves. Now we take a moment to think of some of our own blessings. We just let our sense of appreciation and gratitude well up from within us and raise our vibration. So just let some of those pictures float across your mind. And we like to close our prayer time here by saying, I am grateful 3 times together. Here we go. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And is our statement of truth up? Let us affirm together what we believe. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the omnipotent good. And then I have a special announcement to share this morning. I'm going to post this on Facebook at the end of the service, so we know that there's a possibility of millions of people not having enough food starting the beginning of November. And so we are Kara has already put a tile up on our webpage called Emergency Food. If you would like to give a donation, we will be supporting Chesterfield and Feed More. We'll split it between them, and they will be supporting folks who are struggling with food issues. And if you'd like to bring canned goods in, we will also have a box in the hallway for that kind of support, because we just... I don't know about you, but I've never had to wonder where my next meal is coming from, and I can imagine how completely traumatic that is. So we're going to stand with our brothers and sisters as we make our way through this time. So you can go online and give that way. You can mark an envelope here that says emergency food, or you can bring in things. And we're going to be happy to do that. And now we're going to have a wonderful song.
It's time for us to sing together. Let's all stand.
Spirit. of spirit on earth. And all I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth. And all we are and all we do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth. And all we are and all we do is a blessing to the world, is a blessing to the world.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jim Birch. I'm a member of the board of directors here. I'm a member of MOU, Masters of the Universe. I mean, Men of Unity. And I also help out in the kitchen, take out the trash, wash the dishes, whatever needs to be done. So, welcome. And this morning, I'm your service leader. So I have transformational opportunities, a plethora of transformational opportunities for you. We're very excited to share that our community project last Sunday was a huge success. We partnered with St. Michael's Episcopal Church up the street to support Rise Against Hunger. We packed over 11,000 meals. 11,000 meals. So well done for all of you who participated. And it's time to think, if you want to be enlightened, it's time to start thinking about lights, Christmas lights. So Myra is going to come up and speak to you about how to become enlightened.
I've got to say, yesterday morning when it was dark and cold and I'm getting up, my body and brain kept saying, we just took these lights down. Why are we doing it again? But I've got to thank a few of the masters of the universe who were masters of the garden yesterday. Howard, Mackie, Ed, Jim, and his wife, Kathy, came out, and we have wrapped all the trees with lights, and we've wrapped twice as many as we did last year. Also, a big thank you to John Rayfield and George Jones, who we left. They were still out there working. We had this problem with squirrels. And the squirrels got into the gazebo and chewed the master cord to all the lights and outlets. And they were out there getting that ready for us so we can light up this gazebo in a few weeks. Anyhow, we're going to be working every Saturday. We worked yesterday. Next week, we will need more men because we're going to be putting everything that has to hang. The lightning bolts, and I've got all kinds of new stuff that we're going to hang. The 15th of November is Sacred Saturday, and the garden team needs all the help they can get, clearing out areas so we can move in and finish stringing lights in the bushes. So we need help. We're going to start next week putting lights in the bushes on the left side of the garden. My sister and I will probably be out there some Thursday mornings working. My goal is to have everything done before Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving week, I take over and get everybody out of my way. And I string all the cords, put all the timers up, tweak everything. And on December the 4th, we will light it up. We might blow a few circuits around here. So really, if you've got any questions, let me know. My other part of the announcement is, this is my last year doing it. So I'm hoping some of you all would be interested in kind of becoming the coordinator. I'll work with you. I would like for you to come out and see how we do things. I've been doing this for years, not just as Christmas, but many of you who have been coming here for a long time know that when we had weddings in the garden at night and concerts in the garden at night, we were stringing lights. So I've been kind of doing lights for a long time. I think it's time to get a fresh group in and some new ideas, because I'm running out of ideas of what more we can do. So anyhow, thank you. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of work, and I look forward to lighting it up on December the 4th.
Thank you, Myra. Okay, so today, Elna's Prayer Shawl Ministry is meeting in the lobby across from the bookstore. Come and sit and knit for a bit, if you'd like. They crochet too, and no experience is needed. Next Sunday, we have a new member class and a refresher, if you'd like to join. Enjoy refreshments at Fellowship Coffee and bring them with you. They'll be starting at noon in the education room. Next Sunday at 6:30 in the evening, Rama and Annie will have a sound healing meditation. Feel free to bring your yoga mat and join them in the sanctuary. Next Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Also, note your calendars for the next Women of Unity meeting. The meeting has been moved from its usual time on Sunday to Wednesday evening, November 12th. It starts at 5:30 p.m. and all are welcome. I just point out that it is Women of Unity, so just saying. There you go, there you go.
Pizza will also be making your own holiday survival bag, and there will be some gifts for anyone who comes. Just let me know when you're coming so that I can plan the pizza accordingly.
Our wondrous Women of Unity. Thank you, Jody. So we enjoy many opportunities for sacred service, growth, learning, and fun here at UCBA. Keep up with us by checking the events calendar on your website, subscribe to our weekly email newsletter, and follow us on Facebook. So, deep breath, Regina. Today's daily word is remembrance. Today, I remember life is eternal as I honor my dear ones who have passed. I send love and light to those who have enriched my life. My heart beams with love and gratitude as I cherish the memories I hold so dearly. I honor and reflect on the relationships that have meant so much to me. I open my heart, allowing myself to feel the tenderness of my emotions. I sense my relatives' love, a reminder their presence is alive in my heart. I visit my memories in the stillness, grateful for the time we spent together. My beloved's love, wisdom, and strength are in me. As I remember these special ones, their memory will be a blessing that transcends time and space. The scripture is from Luke chapter 22, verse 19. Then he took a loaf of bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And the affirmation today is, I cherish the memories of my loved ones. Please say it with me 3 times. Together, please. I cherish the memories of my loved ones. I cherish the memories of my loved ones. I cherish the memories of my loved ones. Thank you. And now, more music.
Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of a mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest grace. Teach me some melodious sonnet sung by flaming tongues above. Here's the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy unchanging love. Here I raise my Ebenezer, here by thy good help I come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Jesus sought me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God, He to rescue me from danger, interposed His precious blood. La la la, la la la, la la la, oh, to grace how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be. And I know that like a fetter bind my wandering heart to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, Lord, take and seal it for thy courts above. La la la, la la la, la la la,
Terrence Rasmussen.
Thank you all. We love it whether we have one Bon Air boy or 2 up there. So today we're talking about gratitude for sacred service. So I'm thinking everybody in here knows what that means, but somebody yell out, well, what does sacred service mean?
What does sacred service mean?
A literalist in the group. Well, put the first slide up, please, Carrie. So we have on our slide lots of, no, that's the second one. Can we go back one? So that's a lot of the ways that people participate in sacred service, giving of their time, talent, and treasure. We can give it to a church. We can give it to any organization that touches our heart and we want to support. So it's an amazing thing, but I can tell you in one word what it means. It means love. It means the divine in you flowing out into the world. Love embodied, love expressed in prayer, in words, in actions, with a tender touch, with a smile, in a card, in a ride, in a meal. It means the truth of you shining in the world, bearing light, bringing hope, offering encouragement. It's how people see the essence of what we are. We're such a society who's so tuned into form and how we look. If you got the perfect body, if you got the great muscles, great abs, great hair, all this stuff, but that's not the truth of who we are. We're in that form, but the truth of who we are is this love that is flowing from the one source in through every human on the planet and out, just constant circulation. Well, sometimes if we get our ego going, that we get a block there and you don't get so much love flowing, but that's not the idea. So let's go to number 2. It says, thank you, you are appreciated. Every single one of you here, even if you are not in a quote-unquote love and action team here, your very presence here on Sunday morning is love and action. You're adding your energy, your love, your joy, your music to this service. And, it's an amazing thing. And so when you go into New Rock Hall after the service today, you will see a cake in each one of your honor that says, thank you for, I can't remember if I put for all your love or just for your love on there. Your love makes this place what it is, the amazing place that it is. So, third slide. Opportunities abound, so I'm only showing 5 pictures. I could spend the whole talk time showing pictures of all the amazing things that go on here. So if you're picturing up there, don't get insulted. I couldn't just stand up here and show pictures. I had to talk some. So we have fellowship, the fellowship team in one of those, and a picture from the Fall Fest, a face painting on the other one. And I want to tell you, the fellowship team, it's just so easy to leave the sanctuary and go grab something to eat and drink. But these folks are here some Sunday mornings before I get here, and I usually get here between 9 and 9:15, and they're often here when I leave, which can be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So what a great thing they do. They get here and play with all the food. And then they clean up after all of us, which is takes some time some days. So, and let's do the 4th slide, which is the last time we had the choir. Oh my God, they had us up on our feet. Our music here is a huge part of what people love about this church. And then our next slide is called Joy in Serving. So we had to put Miss Plethora up here, who represents all of the opportunities in the Love in Action brochure. our Mary Curley. And then we have a spirit group cleaning up a park. So we're getting to where we're doing more and more things just beyond the confines of our own building and our own gardens. And, we are part of our community, our larger community. So I love seeing that. Okay, then next one. I have a Louise Hay quote. I keep in mind that the more I help others, the more I prosper and grow. Well, I think let's all say that together. That's a great one. I keep in mind that the more I help others, the more I prosper and grow. Where I am, everyone wins. Where I am, everyone ends. So that's the end of her quote, but I had to add, where love is, everyone wins. Where love is, everyone wins. And that's the exact same sentence, because we are the expression of divine love. Next, we've got a quote from Gandhi. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service to others and become who we truly are in expressing the love we are. We find ourselves by being love. Now, I'm not saying give until you're just an exhausted bunch of cells screaming, stop! There's an ebb and flow in life, so we need to do self-care, other care. And certainly in Unity, we're very aware that a lot of the work we do is work in our own consciousness. So sacred service is one piece of our spiritual path. And then we go to number 8, an opportunity in every moment. So I'm going to have to unitize this a little bit. It says, cause every task of your day to be a sacred service to the Lord. Well, that sounds like something outside of yourself, and we're not going with that. So I would say to be a sacred service of love. However mundane your duties, for you they are a sacrament. So those of us who were raised in the Catholic Church know that a sacrament is an outward sign of an inner grace. So our doing is an outward expression of the consciousness we are. What people see us doing, how we engage in the world, is an expression of exactly what we are. And the next one. All good things come by way of love. So we had to have this beautiful Charles Fillmore quote. And I've got that printed, and I'm handing everyone at the door a copy of this because I like it so much. The value of all service lies in the spirit in which you serve, and not in the importance or magnitude of the service. Even the lowliest task or deed is made holy, joyous, and prosperous when it is filled with love. Oh my God, Charles knew how to say it, right? And Mother Teresa certainly modeled this as she picked up the poorest and the sickest out of the street and cared for them as if they were her own family. It wasn't a lowly task. It was a sacred task honoring the truth of who each person is. And the next one, truth. So we have a saying from 1 Peter, use your God-given gifts to serve others. Well, that's exactly what Jesus did. And Jesus said and lived this saying, love one another as I have loved you. They're both saying the same thing. This is what our lives are about. This sharing, this letting this flow that is divine love in, through, and as us loose in the world. And I'm adding the quote I put in the e-news this week. This is another killer quote. I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted, and behold, service was joy. And it takes us getting out of ourselves. And when our ego has us under its thumb, we're kind of pitiful. But when we get to where we're connected to the thing that is greater than us, this flow of love, then that is the joy of life. So I've got 4 very short stories. I found so many. Oh my God, there are so many examples of love on the loose that could bring tears to your eyes. And these are such sweet ones, and none of them are stories about a church. But what I'm saying is, we find sacred service in the living of our daily lives, in going out and being involved in a school with children, helping someone who's older than us, visiting other people. That's where the rubber meets the road. So this first story is about Daniel, who was a night security guard in Brooklyn. So he locked doors and cleaned up. He went in every classroom and straightened up the chairs. And before he left the classroom, he took a sticky note and left a handwritten note for each teacher. And he never signed it. They didn't know where this was coming from. Powerful short messages. Some kid today really needed you. Don't give up. You matter to your students. So one night, a first-year teacher named Mrs. Klein, she'd had a tough day. She was out in her car crying, thinking, I'm going to quit. I'm going to go back in my classroom and get all the stuff out of my desk, put it in my car. So she got in her classroom, and there was the note from Daniel. And it said, you were chosen for this. One kid needs you. That's enough. She stayed. She taught for 27 years. She mentored at least a dozen teachers. So she was having a retirement party, and at the party she told this story about finding this note. And Daniel was still working at the school at this point. And she said, I don't know where this note came from. And Daniel very quietly stood up and said, that note could have been from me. I used to leave notes. And her just tears filled her eyes, and she was in shock. And she said, you need to know, you didn't just help someone, you changed my life. Beloveds, don't ever underestimate the power of a small act of love. Sacred service is sacred when filled with love, as Charles so richly said. So then I have a story of a woman and kind of like a motorcycle guy, a Harley guy that looks a little rough. And she's cruising down the road, going to visit someone that's 3 hours away. And her sister said, I don't think you should go there alone. You know, it's dangerous out on the road. And she's going, I'm going to go do this. So for the first time in her life, she was really terrified. She was cruising down the road at least 50 miles an hour, and this motorcycle followed her, not too closely, but he was behind her. If she switched lanes, he switched lanes. If she slowed down, he slowed down. So she was getting unnerved. So she pulled into a rest stop, and she got her phone out to dial 911. She had the number in there, but hadn't hit send. And he got off the motorcycle and came up to the window and felt like aggressively knocked on the window to her. And he said, don't be afraid. She says, I've got 911 on the phone. And she went ahead and dialed it. And he said, all you have to do is look out your window. Both your back tires are in shreds. And I've been trying to get your attention for 50 miles. She looked out her window, and dang if it wasn't true. And so the police ended up coming because she had dialed, and they got her car to a place to get the tires repaired. And he followed her, went and sat with her while her car was being repaired. They had a meal together after it was finished, and they got to know each other. And this guy with tattoos and leather stuffed with patches and long hair and long beard became a human being to her, and became not that motorcycle guy, but this man that saved my life. And he told her, she was 85 years old. He said, when my mother was 81, she was on the road. Her tires were in that shape, and she was killed because of that. And he said, I swore I would never let that happen to someone if I saw that on my travels. And so then she found out his nickname was Bear. And they were doing a memorial motorcycle ride for his mother. She went and joined it to honor the woman who would raise such a son that would save her life. You know, looking beyond the externals to what's going on in the heart. Then, a story from Africa. Peter is a science teacher from a poor village in Kenya. He makes very little money, but he gives 80% of his salary to help his students. Many are orphans and lack food or books. His school has one computer and iffy internet service. He wants the children to come to school and learn. So his students are thriving because of the presence of his love. His students beat schools that have more resources. They won science contests at national and international levels. Peter was chosen from 10,000 teachers across 179 countries to win the Global Teacher Award in Dubai. He'd never even left Kenya before. He flew there. He was given $1 million. He was overwhelmed with tears, and true to form, he used that money to build a library and a science lab for his school. He hired more teachers. He got food for his students and taught communities how to grow gardens. Peter didn't wait till he had $1 million to start giving. He was giving when he had a very meager paycheck. So what is that a story about? It's about starting a stream of love that becomes this great river. That's the nature of love. It can't be contained. When we give attention to it, it multiplies. And the final story comes from, it's another kind of rough-looking guy, comes from the Toys R Us parking lot in Kentucky. And a man is sitting there, it's winter, his wife is in there shopping, it's cold, it's dark, and he looks across the parking lot and he sees a woman with her hood up, and he goes, Lord, that woman needs some help. And then he notices there are children in the back seat. And he says, Lord, that woman really needs some help. But he's not a guy who knows anything about fixing a car. But he gets this inner urging just to go over there and maybe comfort her, maybe play with the kids. He doesn't know, but he gets his butt out of his nice warm car and goes over there and says, hey, you having some trouble? And she goes, yeah, do you know how to fix cars? So he's afraid the truth is going to come out, but he looks down and he sees that her battery cable is disconnected. It's the one and only thing he knows about cars. So he reaches down and connects it and tells her to go turn the ignition. She goes in, vroom, vroom, vroom. She comes out, hugs him, says, oh, you're the wisest thing ever. And she leaves, he goes back in his car and starts waiting. And he said, you know, the thing that mattered here was my willingness. I just had to be willing. And it's the truth for all of us. All we have to do is have a willing heart. We don't have to have the knowledge of the universe, although we apparently have men with that here and women with that too. We have to be willing. And for example, when COVID hit, every unity minister, every minister that had ever been to school had no clue. How do you start dealing with the church where the doors are shut, where people are still having needs? How do you deal with the church when the doors open up and everything's discombobulated, right? Everybody, the boards, the ordained ministers, the LUTs, the staff, all had to be willing to come back and say, well, I don't know. Let's see what Spirit's up to, right? And so that's the gift of our sacred service on a daily basis, to be willing to show up and be love. And the gift we give, the most important gift we give, is how are we looking at this other person? Because we have to be effective, we have to be looking at them like, not like, well, I'm this great Savior who's come to help this person, but here is a part of me. And what can I do to support that need that is right here in front of my eyes? It starts in our consciousness. So I'm almost done. So, beloveds, you are the power of creativity, of love, of harmony. Every time you show up as love, energy shifts, and bam, the impossible becomes felt or is awakened. Others get in touch with courage, get in touch with their inner divine, believe that maybe the ending they're going through is possibly a new beginning. How wild and wonderful is that? That's the power each one of us has. So I'm going to go to our last slide, which is Great Minds Think Alike. Claudia had us singing, "We are a blessing to the world," and I had copied it and put it as our affirmation. So let's affirm this together. I'm going to invite you to stand up and use your body parts, because we're talking about love being embodied. So, we'll do I'm the heart, and hold out our hands, motion to our voice, and all that I am and all I do is a blessing to the world. So let's get our body moving here too. So please join with me. I am the heart. I am the hands. I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am and all that I do is a blessing to the world. I am a blessing to the world. And so it is.
It's time for us to prepare for our meditation, and we'll do so with this song from our Unity hymnal. It's called "This Is My Thanksgiving Day."
If I hear the oceans roar, if I see the eagles soar, if I sense what flowers say, then this is my Thanksgiving Day. If I catch the raindrops kiss, if I feel the sunset's bliss, if I blend with nature's way, then this is my Thanksgiving Day. If I hear you talk to me, if I see what you can be, if I love you on your way, then this is my Thanksgiving Day. Every day is time to give. Every day is time to live. Every day is time to say, this is my Thanksgiving Day. Oh, this is my Thanksgiving Day. This is my Thanksgiving Day.
Thank you. And we just let that music take us inside. And we soften our eyes and again take another deep breath. And connect with this river of love that's running through every person, that originates in the one power and the one presence. So I wonder how this love might want to be expressed in your life in possibly a new way. Or how we might hold another person in consciousness, not as something separate, but as very part of this one love. Or if you want to simply think about ways people's love have touched you and feel gratitude for that, I'm just going to be quiet and let you go inside and let Spirit and you do your thing. Here we go. And I invite you to come back to this place and feel your feet grounded on the floor, feel your body supported in your chair. Give a little wiggle. Come back into your body. And we're just so grateful for this guidance. All we have to do is get still and listen. We say, thank you, Spirit. And so it is. And here come our offering baskets. So if you have an offering you would like to share, I invite you to hold it in your hands or in your consciousness as we say our blessing. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving.
Thy religion, and you can take it or leave it. You don't have to believe it. I'm done searching now to find out what this life is worth. Not in the books did I find, but by searching my mind. Oh, so don't let nobody stop us. Free spirits have to soar. To you I share the gift that we now know. Love is my religion.
Love is my religion.
Love is my religion.
Love is my religion.
Love is my religion. And you can take it or leave it. You don't have to believe. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. I say yeah, 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 yeah. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. And you can take it or leave it. Now do you believe it?
I believe it. Thank you so much, Terrence, for joining us this Sunday. We've enjoyed it very much. Terrence Rasmussen.
Okay, Terrence, we believe it. And so let's bless our offerings. We're so very grateful for these gifts. We remember that the gift and the giver are one. And we send these gifts forward to expand the love, joy, and peace consciousness within this community, in Richmond, and around the world. And please join with me in saying, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. And so it is. So I'd like our chaplains with the ribbons to stand up. Here you have an opportunity at the end of service to be blessed by the consciousness and presence of these wonderful prayers in our group. And we want to acknowledge all the other people who made the service possible, some from those who've been greeting at the door, to Marcy and Safari, to our men are in the kitchen this morning, and to the volunteers in, there are staff in the sound booth, to Shari and Carrie, and then our fabulous music team who's here every Sunday, and Terrence, to Jim for helping us out. We'll bless everybody when we get the children in.
Good morning, Unity. My name is Rachel. I am the youth director here. Ms. Kristen is our nursery teacher, and we had help from Ben today. So we are very grateful for them. We all talked about gratitude, the importance of gratitude, things that we were grateful for. The younger ones with Kristen made sunshines, and the rays were the things that they were grateful for themselves. And with the older groups into 2 classes, we did gratitude jars. So they'll be taking those home today, and I encourage the parents to encourage them to fill their gratitude jars each day with something that they're grateful for. Thank you.
Friends, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. So at the door today, you're going to get an affirmation from Charles, and then Carol is going to help, and everybody has a little heart that says thank you on it from me and from our board. So let's say our prayer. Everybody up. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Thanks for having me.
Good morning. How are you two?
Good. Love you.
Love you.